They said I'll never escape the hood. They said I wasn't good enough. They said I'll never be. They said I'll never be anything.
Say that again?
So we're gonna be bigger than Kanye. Hey, this is something great. We got a movie out. BAMS is a good organization, martial arts and everything like that. I mean, okay. But hey, we're gonna keep rolling. This is just the start of things. We got something else coming out. It's gonna be bigger than what we're doing so far. So just stay tuned. Got the hair going. Got the hair going up.
The truth might be hard, and the language was a little hard. I apologize to you, but that was the only way I could tell it. I needed the world to see the hell that I went through, because now I ain't got to go back anymore. And I thank you for standing here, and please forgive me for that.
First, I want to thank Robert Parham. He came all the way from California for this. He's leaving in the morning. My husband didn't know he was coming. It was a surprise. Thank you. I definitely need to thank Shane, who helped put the footage together. Broke Brother, where you at, Broke Brother? He's in here somewhere. And Professor Van's nephew, Craig, with the music. Professor Van trains to the music every day. His nephew was shot in the face, and he died a couple of times on the table, and he came back, and he was told, like, he would never talk again. He was shot with a shotgun in the face. So the music means everything to my husband. He's in the gym sometimes with the headphones on, screaming in the gym, in Lifetime Gym. Lifetime Gym is not a gritty gym, it's a uppity gym. But, and I'm like, shh. And he's like, your mama shoes on. I was like, shh. But he loves that music, and I just want to thank you guys so much for contributing to this. I had not seen this until tonight on purpose. I'm so proud of my husband. I've actually known my husband since I was 8 years old. I first saw him at Master Brown's tournament when I was a little kid. Yes, he robbed the cradle.
Master Brown set me up.
And when I was 8 years old, I went to the Capitol Classics and I saw him. He was so electrifying. And I just wanted to know who he was and what kind of martial arts that was. And I came from the city, and not many girls were like me, you know. I wanted to play football, I wanted to do karate, mud pies, bow and arrows, yes, Marco, bottle cap. I just wanted to be that girl. And when I saw him, I was like, I want to be that. Who is he? He was like a real life superhero to me. And, you know, growing up, seeing him in the tournaments, when I was 14, I got bumped up to the women's division. He would always tell me, take it to the sky, let's go among the stars. He would always say that to me. And then, you know, as I got older, I went through life and then again at Master Brown's tournament again. Your tournament's lucky.
Master Brown got the hookup, don't forget.
If you're looking for your soulmate, go to the U.S. Capitol. He came over to me and he said, "You're by yourself?" And I said, "I'm with my team, but I'm sitting by myself." He said, "Can I sit with you at the finals?" I said, "Sure." I said, "Sure." That was August. We got married in October, a couple months later. And this year we're celebrating 25 years of marriage. In that 25 years, I've been super blessed. Our wedding song is "God Bless Our Love," and that's the truth. He knew that was the man for me since I was 8 years old and I saw him, and I believe that in my heart and my soul. And not only did I get to marry my best friend and so on, but I got to marry my hero. And I look at my husband like a Martin Luther King and a Malcolm X, and I will take my last breath to defend him, to promote him, to love him. And in that 25 years, I've became the most amazing people in my life because of him. Shifu Scott, who's my brother, I know anything go down, he got my back. And all the other Shifu Tyrone, my husband walks around with a cassette tape still. He doesn't download music. He walks around with a cassette tape. And the reason why is Shifu Tyrone, because he brought him that in prison. And my husband keeps the cassette. I'm like, "Babe, you know eventually we're not gonna be able to find these."
They still make it.
He's like, "We gonna find them." And to this day, that's what he wears when he trains, a cassette tape. And all of the other masters and everybody else that I've got to become part of because of my husband are amazing students. Mr. Dwight, who's like my kid's godfather. Master Garcia, who I always say float on air. I was like, he don't need no ticket, he just float in. Master Brown, who is my kid's grandfather, and Miss Brown, and I will fight you and tell you that that's how it is and gonna be forever. So my family, my children have been blessed because of this man tenfold. Not only have I gained the most amazing people in my life, so have my children. And last but not least, his sister, his niece, and our other niece, Maddie, for being able to be a part of an amazing family for 25 years, full of dumb love. Dumb love. And I thank him for all my boys, because I love my boys so much, Marco, Messiah, and Z, and our beautiful daughters. So thank you for the amazing life you have given us, and thank you for sharing it on the screen, which took a lot of courage.
Can Marco and Messiah and Zarian come up here?
That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
Watch out, don't put it in my face. Don't put it in my face. Come on, black man. I ain't saying that on the mic.
And I also just really quick want to thank our children. We don't often get to eat dinner together like most families because they eat under the dojo table or behind the desk out of a bag most nights because they sacrifice as well as we do so that we can run a dojo. Anybody who runs a dojo with children know your kids grow up in there and they find the most amazing joy in serving other people as well. And we are blessed that they find that same joy that we do. And we are thankful that they're all pretty nice with martial arts. He got some good martial arts teams, right? They're nice. You know, our kids have turned out to be amazing martial artists and amazing human beings. And it's mostly because of everybody in this room that came through my amazing husband in one form or another. I thank you all so much for being here. And again, mostly I thank my hero, my husband, for having the courage to put things like that on screen.
Pass. So, did you guys enjoy that? Now, don't lie to me. Was there a moment in this film where there wasn't a dry eye in this theater?
Yes.
So, My intent in putting this together and directing Bam's documentary was to get his soul exposed. And that's a very hard thing to do. We as human beings have our pride. There's things that we guard, things that we don't want to share in public. But we were able to expose Bam's soul. So now you know from where he came and where he is. And that's important. The journey is important because it sets an example of who you can be. And that's what we wanted to get out of this documentary. Not only tell you the story of Bam, but tell you who you can be despite what you've been through and where you came from. So with that, I guess we'll be promoting our next venture, 1 out of 100.
Yeah!
Quick story about Bam. He probably doesn't remember this. I used to be a martial arts competitor myself. I remember at the Super Grands. Let me see, Super Grands in New Orleans was at 1993. Was that 93? 1993. Bam did a form and he just tore it up. And I remember him from the WMAC Masters. I seen him on the cover of magazines. I walked up to him and was like, because he's like one of my heroes. I said, oh man, that was great. He said, thank you very much. And he shook my hand, and then he laughed. Do you remember that? That was my first time meeting Bam. That was my first time meeting Bam. And here we are today. So God had a purpose to put us together, and we hope to share a lot more with you. Thank you.
Picture you guys. Really.